Hi everybody, it's Crystal. So I hope everybody is doing well and staying safe. So today I'm going to do a short video of another question I get asked quite a bit. People want to know how I store my yarn. Well, I'm going to show you. I recently changed the way I stored my yarn. So I'll show you what I do now. Now remember, this is the way I do it. It doesn't mean you have to do it that way. And I'm sure there's many ways that you can do it. So if you watch this video and you have yarn that you store differently than I do, let me know how you do it in the comments, because I'm always interested in hearing new suggestions. You know, in the yarn community, it's good to help each other by suggesting new ideas to each other. So I think that's very important that we all stick together and try to help each other best that we can, you know, share our knowledge with each other, because what I show here might be different than what you do. And if you tell me what you do, you know, I might think, hey, that's a good idea too, or you might think, hey, mine's a good idea. So, you know, we can help each other that way. Okay, so I'll show you what I do. Normally I would store my yarn in plastic totes that I get from Walmart, like this, with a lid on it, of course. These are, people ask me this too. These are 105 quart size totes, I'm pretty sure. It's the size of those. Anyways, I get them from Walmart.com. So normally I would throw all my yarn in a tote, even if it was in a plastic bag like this. See that? And I would throw them in here, put a lid on it, stack them up. And that worked fine for me. Or I would keep it on my shelf back there. Okay, so recently I started looking at different ways to store yarn, and I think I found a better way to do it. Well, it's actually not. I think it's a better way to protect it more. So I'll go show you what I do. So now I use these bags here, these mesh bags that you can get, like if you order from the Wool Warehouse, they send you your yarn in these mesh bags. Or I bought a bunch of them off Amazon. I think they sell them on Amazon. I can't remember how much. They're not very much money, but you can get those. So I realized that it's not good to keep your yarn in the plastic bags for an extended period of time. So what I've been doing is going through all my totes, because a lot of them are full of yarn in plastic bags. And because I wouldn't open them, I would just leave them in the bag. You know, I thought that was okay. But I don't know, this yarn is so pretty, how soon I'll get around to using this yarn. So I want to make sure that it's kept well. If you're interested, this is the Croft by West Yorkshire Spinners. It's a very beautiful yarn called Wild Shetland. Anyways, oh, I love this small wool. So now I take them and I load up these mesh bags with all my hanks or balls of yarn that I have, like this, and I'll do it until the bag is full. So when that bag is full, I'll tie it off. So alone right now, these hanks are protected from any dust, any bugs. I don't have a problem with bugs, but I know that it's a high possibility with like little moths can get, you not even know it, get into your yarn and inside of it, and I mean do really hardcore damage to it, or legs and stuff. It's just nasty. You don't want that happening. So it's protected from the dust, any type of fiber eating bugs, and it's also breathable now, so you don't have to worry about any dry rot or anything like that. So that's what I do. So I will set some of these on my shelf, you know, behind me, but I don't want to keep them all on my shelf because I do have a lot of yarn. So what I'll do now is put them back once I fill up all these mesh bags. I'll put them back into the tote. Okay, so bring my dough back up here again. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's all full of wool yarn. Okay, so what I'll do now is I will take this tote, you know, transfer all my yarn into the mesh bags, and then I'll neatly put my mesh bags back in here. I'll put a lid on it, that way I can stack my totes. But before I put my mesh bags back in here, I am going to drill a few holes in the each sides of my totes. That way it's breathable still and protected from any bugs. And I can easily stack my totes still on top of each other. Another thing that you can do if you don't want to put everything in a mesh bag first, and you want to store in totes, you can drill a few holes. Make sure you drill them in the sides, because if you drill them on the top and you stack them, the holes will be covered. You can drill them in the sides, and then you can take some of that mesh bagging or whatever and, you know, hot glue it to the inside or whatever, and then the holes will still be covered so bugs can't get in there. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put all my yarn in mesh bags, and then the totes, drill the holes in the totes, and then mesh bags, and then stack my totes. That's what I'm going to do from now on. Now, I know that seems excessive, and it probably is, but sometimes I do things in the excess like that. No, the reason why I think that I'm going to do it this way, it is a lot more time consuming, and it's, you know, takes, you know, you do have to buy the mesh bags. They're not that much money, but you still do have to buy them and stuff like that. But I already have the totes. Well, I'm out of totes. I need more totes. But anyway, I think a lot of the yarn, some of the yarn that I have bought like from Little Knits, like Noro yarn and really nice hand-dyed yarns that I got discontinued prices. You know, I got like at half price. Normally, yarns that I normally wouldn't buy unless they were half price. And I don't want them to get ruined. I don't even want my acrylic yarns like Red Heart Super Saver to get ruined. Why would I? I don't care if I paid $3 for it. I really don't want to have to buy it again. And if I can do things to keep it safe, even if it means a little extra like compulsive things like putting it in a bag and then into a tote that I have drilled holes into, I'm going to do that, because I think if you love something, you do everything you can, even if it's extra and excessive, to keep it safe and make it last for many years to come. Make it last for as long as you can. And that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, that's it. So now, being in the tote with holes drilled on the side, inside of a mesh bag, inside of the tote, stacked up, it's protected from dust, bugs, humidity. It's just, since it's breathable, it's just protected now. And I don't have to worry about it. One thing though I would recommend, which I don't have to worry about, but never store your yarn in the direct sunlight, because it can fade it. I do have, a lot of people don't think so, but I do have a window in this room. It's just blocked. I have blinds on it and then blackout curtains, because the lighting from the sun does no good for my videos, so I keep it blocked. So I don't have an issue with my yarn being in the sun. It's not. So that's how I store my yarn. I even got some little bags for like this, so I can just set this up on my shelf right now. It's perfectly protected. No bugs gonna get it in and have babies. Ew. No dust is gonna get on it. It's gonna keep it completely clean. And this wool is completely breathable. These are nice hand-dyed hanks that I don't know when I'll get around to using them, but I would like to keep them good for many, many years to come. So I love wool so much. So as excessive as it sounds, that's what I do. So alright, so if anybody wants to come over and help me, because I got a lot of totes of yarn that I have to put into mesh bags, you're more than welcome to come and help Bagoday out. And as your payment, I'll let you take home as much yarn as you can cram into one of these totes. Any yarn you want. Besides yarn that's people's given me. I can't give that away. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'll get it done eventually. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope that you learned something today. And remember, let me know what you do in the comment section, okay? And I'll see you guys on my next video. Stay safe, okay? Bye, guys.